Here you notice the two denominators are the same. So if I were to circle the two denominators, what I've circled is the same. So that what I'm looking at as I'm going to subtract the numerators. Now I need to be very, very careful with the subtraction, mainly because what it does, if you remember, is it changes the sign of everything that's behind it. So I put a set of parentheses in to remind me that it's going to change the 3y cubed and the negative 2x squared. So that over the same denominator, which is y squared minus x squared, what you'll have is 4y cubed minus 3x cubed subtract 3y cubed minus 2x cubed. If I remove parentheses, I have 4y cubed minus 3x cubed. This is a 1 in front, so negative 1 times 3y cubed is minus 3y cubed. Negative 1 times negative 2x cubed is plus 2x cubed all over y squared minus x squared. Combine like terms, I have 4y cubed and subtract 3y cubed. That just leaves me with a y cubed. And a minus 3x cubed and a plus 2x cubed leaves me with a minus 1x cubed all over y squared minus x squared. Now what you notice is that the numerator is the difference of cubes, the denominator is the difference of squares. So this becomes y minus x times y plus x. I'm going to do the easier one first. And this is a y and an x, so this is y minus x using the formula. And remember I said everybody gets a turn, so it's y times y, which is y squared. Have my 1 minus, the next sign is plus, y times x, and then x times x. Now, as I look at this, remember that trinomial does not factor. So the y minus x's reduce out. So what I'm going to be left with is y squared plus yx plus x squared all over y plus x. Now I can't reduce any more because if you remember, this whole numerator is a grouping, this whole denominator is a grouping, and I can't separate a grouping except by using factoring. Since nothing factors, then I'm done with this problem. When you take a look at this one, what you notice is these two don't look alike. However, if I were to rewrite everything in descending power, so in other words, descending powers of x is x minus 2, descending powers here would be minus x plus 2, so I'd have 6x over x minus 2 plus 4x over minus x plus 2. Now I have a greatest common factor of negative 1, which would give me 6x over x minus 2, add 4x over minus 1 times, if I factor the minus 1 out, I end up with an x minus 2. Now if you remember, a positive and a negative together give me a negative. So this becomes 6x over x minus 2 minus 4x over x minus 2. Now the denominators are the same, so all I need to do is subtract them, subtract the numerator. So that's a 6x minus 4x. So that my final answer is going to be 2x over x minus 2. Now another way of looking at this particular problem is to also realize when we say that 4 minus a, we went ahead and we did the minus a plus 4 is, factor out the minus 1, that becomes a minus 4, which is like the other denominator. But they're the same except for a factor of negative 1. So that if instead what I would do is just to multiply the fraction by 1, namely negative 1 over negative 1, the denominator then would be negative 1 times a minus 4, or 4 minus a, which then becomes a minus 4. So 3 over a minus 4 plus a negative 5, because what I do, multiply both numerator and denominator, this is now also a minus 4. So the denominators are the same. So I then combine the two numerators, so I subtract. It's a plus a negative 5, or it's going to be negative 2 over a minus 4. Now again, remember that because this is a grouping, you can't go in and reduce out. So your answer is negative 2 over a minus 4.